Today we're going to talk about creating an online portfolio, and this presentation isn't going to be all technical like the last one, because there's just too much to go over if we try to do that. But if you need help with anything technical, you can ask in the Discord. There's plenty of people who know web stuff and would love to help you out. This is more to get you thinking about what you might want to do with your portfolio, and which tools you'd want to use to achieve that. And the most important question is why? Why do you need to go out of your way and do this? And Amelia's going to answer that for you.
Okay, so when you're applying for jobs in tech, you might notice that the highest paying and the most prestigious job opportunities are probably with employers who don't really care too much about the fact that you have a degree in computer science. When there's a lot of competition for something like a Google internship or something, pretty much everyone that you are up against is going to have or be working on a tech degree. So the main thing that can differentiate you between them is to be able to show that you've gone above and beyond the degree with things like clubs and hackathons and leadership opportunities and projects and anything else that you can do. That's what's going to be most important to them, at least it has been in my experience, and having a great portfolio showcases all of that and provides proof that it's actually important to you too. And it's something that's really easy to put on a resume and immediately stun people with if it looks really good. And obviously, the main point of this is, in calling it a portfolio, is to share your projects. And these can be projects that you make in class, ones that you've created personally, or projects that you might have created as part of a job or a contract or any sort of club opportunity. And depending on how you go about creating your portfolio, you might be able to consider the portfolio itself actually a project. Especially, for instance, if you're someone who is more into front end design or something like that, you might be able to show off using a portfolio website that you can whip up something really cool with a text editor. In some ways, such a site is most suited to people who are looking for those kind of jobs. That's not to say that back-end people can't really get anything out of a personal website, though. Just by having a site like this, you are setting yourself apart. Most of the applicants are going to stick to things like LinkedIn, GitHub, etc. But there are a variety of factors that go into deciding to hire someone, and this portfolio might be something that gives you an edge over another candidate. And the site does not have to be just a bunch of technical stuff that you've worked on. Companies want well-rounded individuals. Like I said, you're not just here for a tech degree. You have to show that you are something special aside from that. So sometimes you can do things like share some of your hobbies and have a little fun with it. And just creating and maintaining a page like this can be really fun, especially if, like I said, design is something that you're into. You can really express yourself in a way that you're not usually able to do in computer science. You can color it any way that you want, pick out themes, and sort of prioritize the stuff that you've done in a way that is important to you.
Okay, so we've got why, and now it's time for how, even though the slide starts with what, it's how. There's a variety of tools to use. We're not going to be covering those. We couldn't even mention them all, there's so many. This is a small list to get you started. These are good ones that I would use and recommend to you. Custom domain is going to be the most flexible, but it's going to take a lot of work compared to the others. Github Pages is great if you already use GitHub, you have projects on there, and you don't care if there's JavaScript involved or anything fancy like that. And I suspect most of you have at least heard of WordPress already. You might think of them as just a blogging platform, but they've expanded a bit since then. And Webflow is something a little new to me. It's a visual editor, so it's really easy to make something that pops out, looks beautiful. It's like Wix or Squarespace, but I'd rather mention this because I'm a hipster like that. And the last one here, Write Freely, is a platform that's explicitly just for blogging. It's very specific to that. You could pay them to host it for you or even put it on your own domain. It's a downloadable tool. So a little more about GitHub Pages, this one we're highlighting. It's a great free option. You can only upload static pages, like I said, CSS, HTML. You can't put JavaScript on there. You can't have Python running on it or anything. It's a great choice for someone who wants to make a Brutalist page like one of the professors here makes, their class websites. And it is still possible to make something beautiful. I'm just being a little funny there. If you're comfortable with Git, that makes the workflow a lot better. You just enter a command here and there and it's updated. But if you're not, then you can still use the web UI. It's easy as pie. And the last great thing was already mentioned. Your project's already on there, so you're not going to have to create a new account on anything, not going to sign up for a download, no email spam. You just get straight to making your website. And Nimra's going to talk about WordPress a little bit.
Okay, so WordPress is great for people of all levels. You don't have to be too tech savvy, like with everything else that they were talking about. You don't really even have to be that creative because they have templates and for your portfolios that you can just use, and you don't have to think too much to try to come up with a great theme. And then you can also personalize it even more by creating a custom domain. So the only thing with WordPress is that you do have to pay for certain things. They do have a free account, but then if you want to do things like custom domains or open up yourselves to more templates, and you do have to buy. And then there's also SEO and analytics embedded into it, so it helps you to reach the right audience.
And self-hosting, that's my preferred option, might not be yours. Just as there are a great many tools for building a web page, there are a great deal more providers, I would say. Personally, I use Namecheap, that's the logo on the right, but if you do choose to self-host, you should definitely look around. There's probably a better deal. Don't take my word on which one to use, because I don't want to be responsible. And do make sure to calculate in the cost server space, because that's not included in buying the domain. Sometimes people are going to buy server space elsewhere, so they package them separately. And the second point here is the biggest option to go with self-hosting, or reason to go with self-hosting option. You can do just about anything you want depending on their terms of service. Like the other day, I realized that I still had a project from a hackathon in 2018 just sitting on my website. It was still running, the API worked and everything. It's eternally waiting for nobody to use it. You can host bots on your site as well, so if you make a Discord bot with Python or something, that's cool. You can maintain personal email address. I've got one on my site, and there's probably a lot more things that you can do that I don't know about. And this fourth thing here, Bootstrap, it makes creating a page a lot easier, like a responsive page. It works on mobile and on desktop. You can use this on GitHub Pages as well, but I just wanted to mention it here, I guess. There are some other tools like it, but Bootstrap is definitely the most popular and more people know about it, so if you're new, you should go with that so you can ask people. They'd be more likely to be able to help you. And I do want to mention that you're almost certainly going to need to use FTP, SSH, and things like that to upload files to your website, like the new web page or stuff like that. So if you're not familiar with that, just go ahead and ask. We'll help you out. And you'd be doing that on Discord. And speaking of Discord, you might have noticed that we rearranged things and spruced it up a bit. we added a new channel in the after hours category. That's where the chill chat is. This is a place for networking, the people kind of networking. So if you do decide to create a portfolio, you should post it in there so we could all have a look. Everyone share theirs, would be really cool. And even if you aren't interested in creating one of these sites, I recommend sharing your professional social media like a LinkedIn or a Twitter that doesn't have memes on it, and all those other great things. And the last question we're going to cover here is where to start. We wanted to kind of get your creative juices flowing, help you think of things to do, and Lila's going to start that with some content suggestions.
Hey guys, so for content, the best way to start up your portfolio is to invest time into projects like projects in hackathon settings or projects that you're doing personally and on your own, or even some projects that are in class. Make sure that you utilize all the resources that you have that are around you. If you are working on research or you know that your professor is investing time into research, try and hop on that if you want to kind of go into the same field. Personal blog. I use my Twitter, my Instagram, my LinkedIn. I document all of these things. I make sure that it's casually professional, where I can step lines between being comfortably myself, and also being able to have like a professional boundary. But I would definitely keep your LinkedIn like strictly professional. But honestly, the line kind of teeters nowadays with everything being online. But I would start documenting everything that you do. Take pictures when you go to events or when you're attending conferences. Like if you did go to All Things Open this weekend, take pictures. Talk in the chat, get people knowing that you're there and that you're involved with the process, or that you're at least like interested in being in and spending time outside of your busy school schedule to sit down and like still learn and figure things out. So on top of that, your hobbies and interests, say that like you do something completely different than say like you're learning guitar, but you are a computer science major. Document it. I think it's a cool experience to say that, hey, I know that there's a whole bunch of different stuff that's going on in my life, but today I kind of want to learn how to do something else. Or say that you're in the process of learning something really cool, or that you found a really nice article or something that was really intriguing to you that could be remotely around your field. Just at least I think there's like a part of social media or networking that helps make you feel more human, that like connects people into different ways. So in the interview setting, when you have something that's in common with someone else, that's an easy place to grasp a topic and start. So just make yourself approachable online and in person. And the best way to do that is to document it all. Industry news. So just stay up to date with everything that's going on. If you see things are changing or things are evolving, throw in an unbiased researched opinion, or kind of talk about where your stance is with all of that, or how does that affect you, or what's happening in the industry that could change your field. So think about all of those things, and then links to your profile. So on your portfolio, make sure that you link all of these things. Make sure you link things that are active. Don't link anything that you know you don't use, because what's the point of linking it if you know there's nothing on it? So if your LinkedIn is bare, don't link your LinkedIn. And if your Twitter or your Instagram isn't the professional state that you want it to be at, don't link them. That doesn't mean that they won't see them, because they could definitely easily do that. But I wouldn't personally link it if you know you're iffy on whether or not they want to see it. So kind of in regards to all of those things, there's so many different ways that you could advocate and push for yourself in like social media realm, especially right now. And the easiest way is to let everyone know what you have going on. Take some stupid pictures. I have some goofy stuff all over the internet, and it's embarrassing. And I think almost anyone, I think Robert, Amelia, all of the other ones, that I think they could all tell that the Instagrams of both of those are pretty embarrassing. But it's okay, because you know what? I was having a good time. But that's pretty much all I have on contents of your portfolio. If you have any questions about what you should include or what you shouldn't include, feel free to message any of the officers in chat, or send us an email with what your question is. So thank you.
And this last slide here is kind of like the tools slide. It's more for your browsing later, but it's a collection of good examples. These are people from all areas here, just hoping to hit home with everybody. Like the first guy there, he's been working for over 15 years or something. He's got 1 billion projects in that list. And then there's another person here who's just starting out, like still in school, but has a really nice one of those endlessly scrolling pages that everyone seems to love at the moment. One of them looked like a business website. I couldn't even tell it was a personal site at first because it was so professional looking. But yeah, I hope you enjoy those and get something out of them. Maybe you decide you want to make something exactly like one of them or completely different from all of them. It's up to you, really. But I also wanted to mention, again, like if you want help, definitely go to the web dev chat, because it would be nice if the chat was more active, but I guess people, they don't want to be the first one to message, things like that, or sometimes people don't respond. That gives you a bad feeling, but we'll all try to be a little more active now and help you out. So I think that would be a really great resource. Thank you for coming to the presentation. If you have any more questions or anything you want clarified, feel free to ask now.
Hey, I came to the chat a little late. Is there like a link for this PowerPoint or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna upload the PowerPoint and a recording on YouTube pretty soon.
Whoa. What YouTube? Is there like an ACM YouTube?
Yeah, we made one a couple weeks ago. I'll link it because I don't think I think I sent out an email once, but I haven't linked it in Discord.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I came in a little late, like a few minutes. So for the like, what would I'm trying to figure out how to ask this. I think I missed the first slide or two. Can you go to that?
Sure. Like the tools?
Yeah.
Or okay. Like this?
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah. Anybody else need to know anything?
Actually, I have another question.
All right.
So about this, like, the Discord being more active. So if I have like a genuine like tech question, can I just ask in one of the?
Yeah, that'd be great. Like, I might not be able to answer it, but I'm hoping there's someone there because we got people from all years in the Discord. Some graduated people.
I didn't know how hands-on this Discord was because it seems kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tabs and stuff. So I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, it would be cool if it was more active. Maybe we should make it a little more slim even. I didn't want to go deleting everything though, because it's my first semester being president.
That's true.
All right. If nobody else has any questions, I'm going to say that's a wrap for the meeting. And I appreciate again that everyone came and listened live. And I also appreciate anyone watching after the fact. We're all busy. So have a nice day.
Have a good one.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.